Want to know what your portfolio says about your students' progress? Let us unpack how to evaluate each student's portfolios. Evaluating portfolios is different from grading a single assignment. It shifts the focus from a one-time score to growth, reflection, and learning over time. This means we are looking at the journey, not just the destination. So how to go about evaluating portfolios? It primarily depends on the purpose of the portfolio. For a working portfolio, focus on the learning journey. For example, provide feedback on an essay's progression and highlight the student's reflections on their writing process. When evaluating a display portfolio, evaluate the quality of the final version. For instance, here you would evaluate the functionality and design of a student's chosen science prototype. With an assessment portfolio, measure achievement against specific standards. For example, evaluate if the student's civic action plans and arguments demonstrate mastery of democratic principles and advocacy skills. In many classrooms, portfolios are a blend of these types, so evaluation should be multidimensional, considering both process and final outcome. Now let us explore some approaches to evaluating portfolios. Establish a rubric that reflects your learning goals. Include dimensions like quality of work, accuracy, depth, creativity, self-reflection, how well students analyze their progress, growth over time, evidence of improvement from first draft to final piece. Keep the rubric flexible enough to accommodate different media, such as written essays, projects, and other creative artifacts. Look for growth. Don't just grade the finished pieces. Check drafts, notes, and peer feedback too. These show how students solved problems and improved their work. In your feedback, comment on what students do well, what they can improve, and how to move forward. Encourage students to reflect on that feedback, update their work, and set specific goals for future assignments. Encourage self and peer evaluation using the rubric. This helps students develop critical thinking, confidence, and communication skills. Finally, make the evaluation a conversation. Sit down with students individually or in small groups and ask them to walk you through their portfolio. These discussions give you insight into their thinking and even strengthen your relationship with each learner. Let us recap the key points related to portfolio evaluation. Understand each portfolio's purpose, working, display, or assessment, and evaluate both the process and final outcome. Use a flexible rubric covering work quality, self-reflection, and growth over time. Review drafts, notes, and peer feedback to see how students solved problems and improved. Offer targeted feedback, involve students in self and peer evaluation, and discuss portfolios together. Now take a moment to think about your own classroom. What questions can you ask during portfolio discussion to help students explain what they have learned and plan their next steps? Assess student portfolios effectively by focusing on the purpose, using flexible rubrics that prioritize growth and reflection, not just final outcomes. With a solid grasp of the purpose, implementation, and evaluation of student portfolios, you're now ready to empower learners to take ownership of their growth and achievements.